This is 5 News, it's 12:15, welcome back. Now, David Blaine, the magician who's got a knack for attracting publicity, begins his latest stunt tonight. This time hanging in a Perspex box for 44 days and 44 nights with only water to keep him alive. He'll be suspended over the River Thames for the next 6 weeks. But despite all the hype over what he's calling a death-defying stunt, it won't be recognised by the Guinness Book of Records. John Gilbert reports.
Working for a star whose main skill is standing around doing nothing, the production staff seem to have picked up a few tips. The only sign this morning of the forthcoming Starvo Fest, however, Blaine's crane of shame, which in just 8 hours will hoist the atrophied attention seeker into his new home, a plastic sarcophagus suspended over the River Thames.
David Blaine's business card says he's an illusionist, a magician and a performer, but in reality he's best known as a hunger artist and a stillness expert. If indeed the qualities of going without food or movement are to be celebrated, then this may well be the pinnacle of his achievement.
A portly-looking Blaine's last appearance culminated in a gruesome ear-severing stunt, but the joke may well be on him. His 44 days of incarceration without food will cause his body ultimately to consume itself, though most experts appear to think he'll pull through.
People have managed to go without food for around 60 days, but you can only go without water for about 5 days. And of course, he is going to have access to water. So yes, it is probably possible, but if the temperatures rise, it will be a problem because he will lose body water and he will lose salt through his sweat.
Blaine has already taken the art of standing around to new heights. He spent a day and a half perched on top of a 100-foot pole, and prior to that, 3 days inside a giant ice cube. And though his launch platform is fenced off from the public, the challenge of performing daily libations in full view should prove interesting. A supply of nappies and a plastic tube, his only friends. Meanwhile, Guinness has already warned Blaine it doesn't recognise starvation attempts, though the record for greatest earnings for least movement would appear to be in the bag. John Gilbert, 5 News.
On some cricket now, South Africa.